Alrighty. Hello. We're here on Talk It Up this day, Friday, April 22nd, 2016.
You're going back in time.
Yeah, totally. Well, we're basically on our 2.0 broadcast. In other words, this was our initial broadcast, and we, let's put it this way. I screwed up, and there were technical things, so now we're doing a new broadcast with all new updated scenery. We got new backgrounds. You can see there. Brittany Madrid, by the way, is our guest today.
Yay.
Hello, Brittany.
What's up?
So we're trying to look all professional and stuff, so we got everything set up here. We can actually hear our mics.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. So to start out today, I guess we just want to, we're going to wing it and just kind of go into some fun stuff. I think the topic of the day, we're going to talk about some filmmaking and some, our passions, our industry loves and stuff. I mean, I love doing editing and directing and, all that. I'm mostly a post-production guy, I love editing, but I love shooting and stuff. And I know you like to do acting, and tell us a little bit about what you love about, just everything.
Okay, deal. I can do that.
Okay.
Yes, so I love acting so much. That's actually kind of how I got into the hosting thing. And for everybody out there that doesn't know, we actually met we do a real estate thing together, or it's like a real estate reporting thing, and that's how we met. And it's funny because in the film industry, you meet all kinds of people doing all sorts of different things, and you keep the ship running, and then you get to do some really creative things sometimes. And yes, I'm an actress, and I love it so much. Anytime I can act, it's my favorite thing to do.
Cool. Well, excellent. And I get that from a lot of actors. Like, it's a passion. It's not just a thing that you do. Like, if you're out and you have an everyday job, being a cashier or selling cars or something like that, it's something that you really, even if you do have a day job, it's something that you can do all the time and that you always love to do, and you're always interested in new projects, and every time you come across something new, it's awesome. And I totally get that. I'm the same way, even though I'm not really an actor, but I do all the other stuff behind the scenes. I love behind the scenes stuff.
And you have to love it to do it, because it's one of those things where it is like a 24/7 thing. You got to have a passion for it.
Yeah, and it can be a grind, but the grind is good as long as it's something productive and creative and everything.
Yeah.
I think that's the key, is that a lot of us find it's suffering for the art, Maybe that's what
and
it is.
And you do suffer sometimes.
Yeah, totally. All different ways.
All different ways.
But, and of course, the nature of the industry is that because it's creative stuff, sometimes people will, you'll have to pick up projects that are all across the spectrum. Sometimes they're paid projects, sometimes they aren't, sometimes they're for friends, sometimes they're for acquaintances or other people that you've met in the industry that have something going on. They're like, hey guys, come on down, try this out,
Yeah, exactly.
There's all sorts of that stuff. So lately, what have you come across in your endeavors? I know that you've been working on a couple new things lately, you've been on a couple projects. What can you tell us about that you've gotten into lately?
Well, most recently, I did a film called The Lucky Man. It's an independent film. The director and producer is Norman Gregory McGuire. He actually did another film called From Evil with Love, and I did the PR. So again, how you meet people and kind of work through it, and then he realized I was an actress, and then so I got a role in the most recent film.
Okay, that's great.
And I play, it's a flashback scene. I can't tell too much, can't really give too much away, but I did get to do some stunts.
Oh, cool.
And I've never done that before.
Yeah.
So that was
stunts
really
are so cool.
I got to learn how to do, there's something called a forward roll.
Okay.
It's used a lot for, fight scenes.
Yeah, that's cool.
And also, when you get injured, and I can't tell you how I got injured, but it was very dramatic.
Okay.
And it was kind of scary when I got on set, because I've never done stunts before, and I didn't know what to expect. And they were like, well, you're going to have a whole day of training, and then you're going to go into hair and makeup, and then we're going to shoot you tonight. So I was like,
Wow.
all right, let's do this.
Yeah, just all rolled into one big thing.
Yeah,
so
it was cool.
And the injury wasn't a real injury from doing the stunt. It was
Right.
an injury for the film. Like
Just for the film, yes.
And did they do like the whole like prosthetics or blood or anything like
blood.
that?
I had lots of blood.
Okay, cool.
And I ended up in a pool. Well, I don't want to say anything. Never mind.
But
But
you don't want to give
blood.
too much away.
There was a lot of blood.
Okay, cool.
But it was fun because how often do you get to play with fake blood? You know?
Yeah,
Never.
Totally. Yeah, not that often. I will say I have like half a gallon of it in my closet somewhere.
Oh, nice.
I haven't busted it out
like
in
a
a
true
while.
film industry person.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a time when I used to have a big studio and we used to do a lot of shoots, and I would always. It was a big, wide studio, and I would just keep all sorts of stuff. Even like, well, you can't see it here on camera, guys, but to the left over here, I have this giant table full of junk, and all that stuff at one point or another was used for something. Yeah,
cool.
But there's like fake blood. There's all sorts of crazy junk in there that we've used. But I love that. I love the idea of first of all, the creative process is what what I personally call it. Putting together people with different skills and creating a story, creating any sort of story. It can be a music video, a short film, a full length film, etc. And just the fact that you're getting people together and having them do, put their little thing that they love to do in that mix. That's
it's really fun.
Cool.
Yeah, and the energy is always really good.
Yeah, definitely.
And you meet new people every time you come to a new set.
Certainly.
And like the guy that I met who taught me how to do all my stunts, like he was so cool. And his name is Jenin. Shout out to Jenin.
What's up?
And he's awesome. He actually is a fire breather.
Oh, cool.
And he knows how to do gymnastics. And like you just like, how often do you meet someone who's a fire breather?
Yeah.
I don't, and I think it's cool when you do.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
only in this industry, you get to meet these cool people. And he does that, and he does gymnastics work and stunts, and I mean, so cool. And I'm actually going to keep training with him.
Oh, cool.
I didn't ever envision myself as someone who would be interested in doing stunts or could do stunts even.
Right.
But it's crazy when you challenge yourself, get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, the things that you enjoy.
Yeah, and then you sort of get this little buzz of energy because okay, maybe I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
It is
That's
cool.
And the stunt stuff that you were working on, was that actually for the Lucky Man movie?
Yes.
Okay.
It's for that movie. But I'm going to keep doing it because actually, oddly enough, I end up getting cast a lot in... oh, there it is, the Lucky Man.
Yeah, we're just showing it on screen real quick.
And
so
there's
people have
Norman McGuire. They're in that picture.
Oh, okay, there he is.
There we go. But, so when I've done... Anytime I've gotten cast in something, I usually play a detective. Or a policewoman.
Right.
And learning stunts is actually really going to help with that. I was like, oh my gosh, we'll get more roles. Cause there's actually very few women in Texas who are stunt women.
Right.
So I didn't realize that. So I'm like, as an actress, I'm like, oh, that would give me an advantage to get more roles.
Yeah.
Maybe do more cool fight scenes.
Yeah, and you can like jump over police car hoods and stuff, slide over the hood like TJ Hooker or whatever that was.
With the car or anything, but within reason, I'm into it.
Yeah, that's fun. Cool.
Yeah.
So as of current, have you gotten a chance to do a lot of those action type roles yet, or has most of the stuff you've gone into been dialogue driven, etc., or how's it been so far?
No real action yet.
Okay.
It's all been more dramatic acting.
Okay.
Which tends to be my forte.
Right.
So, yeah, I've stuck with dramatic acting, but I'm excited to see what, now being able to do stunts, what that will kind of open up for me.
Right.
Because I think that'll open up a lot more roles that are different and interesting and cool.
Yeah, totally. More action-packed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing about stuff like stunts and action. It's easy for people to dismiss things like big action movies and all this stuff, but first of all, there's a lot of work that goes into it. It really is a craft and an art for people to put that together. But second of all, it helps propel the story. I mean, sure, you can have a nice indie dramatic piece that's very dialogue driven and long takes of single, people just talking and stuff, but then you can, if you do it right, you can make a movie a big blockbuster style, crazy action, gun shooting and everything. As long as you sort of tie all that together, then basically it'll come out as a great movie, or a great story is really,
Yeah.
it's like they say, story is king. So as long as your story ties together and, the acting's done well and everything, you can make a great movie out of any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And, I always I think people dismiss stuff too often these days. Like, I think people dismiss things like pop music too easily. I think they dismiss action movies and stuff because they don't really see it for what it is. Like, they might see just the fact that there's an action movie on the big blockbuster screen all the time. It's like, oh, that's popular. Toss it aside. Or maybe some musician or something that's really popular. And I'm like, you know what? They're popular for a reason. Yeah, maybe you hear the song 30 times a day on the radio, but that's just because you're listening to the radio all day. But if you actually take a chance and listen to the individual artist or seek out their music, you know that they're talented people that really do this the same way we love to do broadcasting and things like that. So
it's
that's just
time and effort.
That's a point that I was trying to make. But
I love it. Yes, I agree with that point.
Yeah,
give it a chance.
Yeah, in fact, sometimes I think I call myself the anti-curmudgeon. That's my thing because
I like that.
Yeah, because I'll see people that say, "Oh, music was better back in the old days," or "Something was better back in the old days." I'm like, you know what? There's a million things going on these days that are just as good as it ever was.
Yeah.
But that being said, let's find a segue here.
Okay. What could it be?
Well, okay, movies. You did. Oh, tell me about the Bomb City thing that you were telling me about.
Oh yeah, so my friend Major Dodge, he would be a great interview actually. Okay. He's coming out with a film called Bomb City. If you go to bombcityfilm.com, you can show our viewers. So he's awesome. He's been an actor for several years. Okay. Was on a soap opera. He's done television, network television, all kinds of stuff. Cool. And he is actually producing this film. And he's gotten together all the money, which always amazes me when one of your friends does something that awesome. You're like, oh my God, you're so cool. So he was able to bring it all together, and it's his passion. It's his passion project that he's doing with these two other guys.
That's great.
And and it's going to be an amazing film. They're flying talent in from out of state. They have a production office over on Routh Street in Uptown. Over in Uptown Dallas,
Texas.
And it's awesome. I got to go to the production office, and it looks like kind of like a tree house.
Oh, very cool.
It's cool. There's like a tree coming up through the middle. It's just such a creative space. It's so cool. They have like showers, and they're going to have beds in there, and it's just like...
So it's like an entire production studio where it's like an all-in-one sort of thing, which is amazing. I love those type of places.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
And everybody there's just having fun, and they're to create something. I mean, they're working really hard.
Yeah.
But they're having fun, and it's cool to see people do that and make their dreams a reality.
Oh, yeah.
Because we all have dreams, and sometimes it's hard to figure out how to get from point A to point B.
Right.
And it's cool when you see someone do that. Because it inspires you to figure out how to do that for yourself.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Cool. Seeing somebody pull together all these little strings that have to be pulled. And
so many.
Tying together the knit of the fabric. Yeah, totally. I love that. I just love not only just the fact that that's happening, but the fact that that means somebody really has to have that fire burning to do
yeah. They're so dedicated.
Stoked.
These guys are so dedicated to what they're doing.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
So the Bomb City film, basically, it says here a gritty action drama about the hatred and oppression of a group of punk revolutionaries in a conservative Texas town. So it's based on a true story?
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened, I believe, in Waxahachie.
Okay, I've been there.
Don't quote me, but I think it's Waxahachie or Waco.
Okay.
A Texas town, I think starts with a W.
Okay. Cool.
I think. But but it's a true story, and this guy, he was murdered.
Okay.
And there were tons of witnesses all around, and it was a high school kid, and he was murdered by another high school kid hit by a car. It's a really sad story. And
yeah, totally.
All these witnesses were around, and because the town was so conservative,
right?
And I guess they viewed the punks a certain way. He was a punk kid,
right? Yeah.
The guy that killed him never spent a day in jail.
Ah, that's horrible.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, that's
crazy.
horrible.
So they're telling the story, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, that's great that they're putting that in the form of a movie or a story, if you will, to sort of bring it to public light.
Yeah.
And to do it in an artistic way, obviously. And obviously that particular film has a lot of cool style to it. I can already see it based on the website and stuff they put out. So that's good.
Yeah.
So that's another project that you're in on, and And you're acting, I'm assuming, on that.
Well, I'm there's not really a role for me, but
Okay.
I've been talking to my friend, and he's like, well, maybe we can. Maybe I'm like, don't you like a reporter to report on the situation?
There you go.
Or a policewoman or something. He's like, okay, maybe I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Cross
That's
my
good.
fingers.
Okay, cool. That would be great.
I'm gonna help out with the PR though.
Good.
So,
Okay, yeah, it's good to get the word out.
Yeah.
You can.
yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So Bomb City. And what else? I mean, I know that we're talking about broadcasting stuff, but I will bring up a little bit about your other stuff that I know that you've done some TV work.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, you're doing the... tell us about the title of the show that you've been working on on a monthly basis and stuff.
So I'm on a show once a month called the Live, Love, Laugh Today Show.
Okay.
And I host a health and wellness segment because that's my background and another one of my passions other than acting. I would say health and wellness comes a close second.
Okay.
And not just physical health and wellness, but like mind, body, spirit.
Right.
My degrees in philosophy. So
cool.
I love stuff like that. And
Great.
this segment's really fun. I talk about everything from like medical stuff to different procedures to help you look and feel better. So yeah, and I'm on once a month. It's on Channel 8 WFAA.
Cool. All right.
And I love it. It's a lot of fun, and it's just a once a month thing. So I just kind of work on that on the side, and there I am.
I see you.
So it's really fun, and the two ladies that host the show are super nice. They own their own show, and they're
cool.
producers, and I'm learning a lot working
Very
there.
Cool. Yeah.
I feel like every job that you have, you learn something that you can hopefully take with you, and I'm learning a lot about being more entrepreneurial. Which is cool, which is kind of my personality anyway, so I'm trying to take the things I'm learning for future too.
Yeah, it's good to be around people that are doing that, and especially when you see them have some success and they've caught onto something that is growing, and you're like, wow, okay, these guys are doing it, and they're making it happen. That's very inspirational just on its own merits.
It is.
You know?
It is. And again, it makes you think, okay, well, if they're doing that, what could I do?
Yeah.
And it opens up your mind to possibilities that maybe you didn't consider before.
Oh, totally.
So it's nice to surround yourself with those people that keep pushing you.
Yeah, totally. That's good.
Yeah,
awesome.
So it's a lot of fun.
And let's see here.
So what about you? Can I interview the interviewee?
Sure. Oh, sure. You can ask me some
Any
questions.
new projects coming up? I know you also, like
New
you said,
projects?
you have a love of film.
I do. Things have been pretty slow for the last couple of years. I've just kind of gone through a plateau, I will say. But I've been trying to kick things back off again. I've talked to some buddies that I used to work with on a lot of films. And we're talking about doing stuff, and we're in the phases of creating it. But I guess, we have to sort of come back together, and that's one thing too. People kind of drift off and move to different places, and then you kind of have to
regroup.
Yeah, you got to regroup, and of course you always have to meet new people and stuff like that. But you, especially when it comes to things like social networking and stuff, because it's easy to sort of see people on that page and be like, oh yeah, they're there, but really you're not talking to them every day and seeing them in real life. So, but as far as I'm concerned, we have been talking about doing the 48-hour film fest again, which would be super cool. Those are always very fun.
What's the 48-hour film fest?
There's one coming up in May. It's actually I'll bring it up here so we can just look at it.
Cool.
And they do it worldwide every year. This May happens to be in Dallas, but basically the thing is that you make a film within 48 hours. So you go
unheard of, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. I've actually, for the last 10 years or so, I've done several of these, and there's also 24-hour film races. Cool. But the deal is that you go like on a Friday evening and meet up with everybody at a certain spot. Usually it's like a big theater or something. And they give you a whole bunch of criteria that you have to do. They give you like a certain character, a certain line of dialogue, certain location that has to be in there. And within 48 hours from there, you have to get all your actors, you have to shoot everything, write everything, come up with every single thing within that 48 hours.
Wow.
And then you have to go back to the finish line and turn it in.
Oh my god.
So, yeah,
I totally want to do that.
Yeah,
that
that's super fun.
And it's May 13th? Is that what that's
This one is coming up the weekend of May 13th through 15th.
Oh, wow.
So, we're on our end, we're just talking about getting a team together, so hopefully we can. It's been a while since we've done it, and I'm just in the talking process with a couple people, but certainly if that's something you want to do, we can talk about it.
Yeah, and where is it, you said?
This particular year, it looks like based on their website, we have... Okay, premiere screenings are at the Texas Theater, but I guess it is all based off the Texas Theater this year, which is over here pretty close by, over near Oak Cliff, Bishop Arts area and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. So those are always fun, and that's another thing too that I will suggest for you as an actor. It's a great thing if you've never done them before, because not only does it give you that opportunity that you were talking about of like getting with other people and combining their skills and everything, and putting all together, but you kind of have to like just go for it. Like for one weekend, like everything is just gung ho, and it's an amazing experience because people react differently to different stresses. So you'll have to have you'll see people. Some people are more like the peacemakers, and some people get all freaked out,
Oh, when they're under the gun.
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I've seen people go off the chain, like go crazy because they can't handle it,
Yeah, that's not good.
But it's fun because it's kind of like a trial by fire, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. How long does the film have to be usually?
Usually they're only like about 5 minutes, maybe sometimes 8 minutes. It depends on what year and who's producing the big thing, but I believe it's like a 5-minute thing. So
very cool.
But yeah, those are cool. Those are fun. And as far as myself, like like I said, it's been slow lately just because I've kind of been out here living in a house outside of the city. I'm still close to the city, but I'm not like right in the thick of things.
Right.
So, but I do love to do. I love short form stuff. Like I love long films, but I haven't really done that much in the way of that. But I love music videos are super fun to create because if you have a good quality artist that's creating music and they have like a good song that they're really into, then it makes it that much easier for you to get a few people together.
Yeah.
And it's fun because you can get like wardrobe, makeup, a few locations together, and a couple people with cameras, and just go out and shoot a cool story for a music video. And the simple part about it is just editing to the music, and before you know it, you got like a 3 or 4 minute thing that you can put out for everybody to see. So,
nice.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's some of my stuff that I like to do.
Very cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So. Before I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up this week's edition today on Talk It Up. Before we go, let's check out a couple things. I know that you do one of your websites for your wellness stuff and everything is the soulpoweredwellness.com, which I'll go ahead and show that real quick.
Cool.
And it goes over to the Soul Powered Sisters website also, but it's kind of linked to the same thing. So this is where people can go and just, if they want to check out all the stuff that you do, and we got life coaching, showing people about health and wellness, and they can meet you and read a little bit about you. There you are, sitting in a fancy chair.
That's right.
And, of course, you've got services here, so if people are interested in what you're doing, they can go here and kind of sign up and say, hey, Brittany, I want you to talk to me about this issue and what I want to, improve in my life and all that good stuff. So you guys, whenever anybody listening, if you've got that in mind, or if you want to learn a little bit more about health and wellness and everything, you go there. And of course, Brittany's always ready to go for acting and stuff, so you can always hit her up.
Absolutely, that too.
Yeah, is there anything you want to give us before we go, as far as places to go or anything to contact you or?
Sure. You can go to my. I have a couple of Instagram accounts. One is at Soul Powered Sisters, and that's all of the inspirational stuff I like to do. A little more of my deep thoughts and a way to connect with me kind of through the life coaching stuff.
Okay.
And then my other personal Instagram account is at Britt Madrid, and there you'll see all of my hosting pictures, modeling pictures, and photos of acting, and you'll see pictures of me on set. You'll see pictures of me in my gear for the stunts, all that stuff. So yeah, so you can go check me out on those avenues.
As far as the Instagram thing, is it 1T or 2T when you shorten your name?
1T.
It's 1T?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Let me see here. Let me just Okay, just so people see that, we got, if you go to Instagram, you can go to @SoulPoweredSisters, and then @Brittany Madrid, and that way you can check her out and see some of her stuff online if you like to follow her and learn more about her. So I guess for Talk It Up this week, we'll wrap it up at the moment, but next week or some other week we'll be back, and perhaps Brittany will come back and visit us again.
Maybe I will.
And maybe some other people will hopefully join in line and help us out and come in and talk. Anybody out there who are actors, musicians, anybody in the creative field, you guys are welcome to come out. I've definitely known a lot of people in the past who I'd like to ask to come and talk. So please, guys, if you get a chance, hit me up, and I will we'll see you later, okay?
All right.